like I said prior to the experience on the email and the phone call, it was obviously such a good experience. So yeah, I'm happy to share my experience with you as well.
Excellent. No, I really appreciate you agreeing to do this, because obviously we care about providing good service, and most importantly, when customers are thinking about using our service, it's really useful for them to see videos like this, so that they can see that we're actually human beings that care about providing a service, and that although we're sort of online based, that they can put kind of a face to faces to what we do.
Course.
So it'd be great if to start, you wouldn't mind sort of take me through how you came across us, why you chose to use us to start.
I'm just going to try and pop you here if it's a little better, just because my arm's going to get tired. So, anyway, so really what had happened is we'd use a lot of local estate agents. And what I'd seen is that we were seeing a lot of failures in comparison to actually success. So then I sort of turned to, like those We Buy Houses Instantly people. And funnily enough, like your name came on like the searches in Google to say, obviously you're a virtual estate agent. And obviously you sold yourself very well. So I figured I'll give yourselves a shot.
Excellent. Lovely. And when you were sort of considering us, did you have any apprehensions? What clinched it to use us rather than someone else?
So at that point, if I'm honest with you, it was more of I just need this sold. Sort of like my backstory is I was obviously going for a divorce and stuff, and I just wanted this one asset that tied us together gone. So essentially, when I looked at you, obviously, I can't really remember. There was a couple of points on your website that sold yourself, and I figured I'd give yourself a shot. I thought I've tried every local. Why not try something online, something virtual? It was probably the best decision I made, if I'm honest.
Oh, fantastic! And in terms of the service itself, how did you find it? In particular, were there any members of the team that you found particularly helpful? Sort of, talk me through what your general experience was, what you liked about what we did.
The experience was brilliant. You kept us in the loop, whether it was obviously negative feedback or whether it was positive. You always just kept us in the loop, and you were very sort of empathetic as well towards like my situation. You guys went to like lengths that I didn't expect an estate agent to go to actually sell the property. And it was always like, even if you you gave us something negative, you broke us down with some bad news, there was always something positive to sort of counteract it. It was always like, well, look, this hasn't gone through. However, we've got like this and lined up, and this is a potential for you, and this is obviously this percentage of success or whatever possibility, etc. And I enjoyed it. It was sort of more hard, sort of cold calling, and it was more sort of lively, full of calls. And you didn't just sort of call and say, look, nothing's going on for you, or this has been rejected, it's fallen through, all right, bye. It was more of all right, this has happened, but do you know what? We've got this and lined up, and you always had like plan B, C, D after like A would fail, and I really appreciate that.
Fantastic. And once the property had sold, how did you find the progression through to completion? Were there any aspects of it you particularly liked?
Simple. It was simple. Honestly, there was no headache. It was simple. As far as I didn't really sort of see a lot of it, but I'm assuming it's just because you had it all down. But from my sort of perspective or my sort of idea, I sort of figured you had the paperwork and you just passed it along to my conveyancer.
Yeah.
You just kept me in the loop and you told me exactly what's happening, whether it was with them, whether it was with me, for example. And communication was always clear.
Fantastic. Sorry, the signal's a bit patchy, but I caught most of that.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that as well, but let me just see if I can just switch my Wi-Fi network. Or maybe it's my Wi-Fi. I don't know.
And I guess, what advice would you give someone that was in your position at the start, considering using, us British home buyers? What advice would you give them in
Do it.
Maybe, whether to use us or not?
Just do it. Honestly, it was a lot better than using a local estate agent. And considering the fact that we never sort of met face to face with our local estate agents anyway, I think it's a win-win situation. And, you've got a brilliant team on board. The number of times I called yourself, someone wasn't available or they were on leave. But you'd always pass it to someone else, and they would always have an idea of what's going on. And if they didn't, they would always say, "Look, we'll give you a call back." And it wasn't just the we'll give you a call back. It was, we will actually give you a call back, and that always happened.
Oh, excellent. And I guess to sort of close things off, I know the team were really pleased you'd agreed to do this video call, because it's not, because it's nice for the team to actually, team watch these videos when they come in as well. So it's nice for them to sort of
Oh
see.
God.
So I guess, is there anything you'd want to say to the team when they watch this? Any shout outs
Yeah,
to
you
any
guys were all
individuals
epic.
or?
You were all epic. I'm honestly, there was two people, and I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I reviewed you. I'm pretty sure I sent a review across anyway. But there was two of them, and they were just brilliant. They were epic. Communication, empathy, everything was just on point. But you know what? If ever again I sell a property, buy a property in the future, definitely would be coming back to you guys, because the whole team, let alone just like the two individuals, you were all brilliant. You were all epic.
Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much for agreeing
No,
to
it's
do
not a
this,
problem.
because
It's a
it's
pleasure.
just, it's great for the team, it's great for people that are thinking of using us to watch. And if there's anything we can ever do in the future, obviously always feel free to call, just because it's completed.
Of course,
We still, we're still here to help if there's anything that sort of
of course.
comes up later.
No, brilliant. I appreciate it, William. I appreciate your time and the effort that you guys put in.